And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college, where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there, and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
A little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Cook.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And this could be a whole lot of fun, because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down. Britt. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, Trent, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Play action now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Dalvin Cook.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
3-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Britt, and looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown!
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Off play action. Britt. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Lions.
From the gun, Britt. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
Britt's pass.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
But it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
To throw on 2nd down. Britt firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. On 1st down, Britt. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Britt's pass.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. at the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Britt, that is caught at the 7-yard line.
Britt's pass complete to
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It's a loss of 1.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Ball resting on the 9 on third and goal. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Lions 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in a long line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard line.
Absolutely counting on him.
Of many that we're going to see from that young man. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Lions 3.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Their own 25-yard.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Britt's pass, 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Now it's Swift. And he works his way forward for a couple of...
On the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
From the gun on third down. Britt. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll get this yards that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Britt over the middle and into the hands hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought.
League are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a... The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Lions 6.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
That'll be complete to Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was He's looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and a
body to keep defenders away from the ball and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
It's 2nd and inches.
Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 18-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Britt. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield.
Britt's pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DJ Waddle. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Britt's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. He'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Goes down. Deshaun Hand. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing just outside his own goal line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start with an AFC East matchup. The New York Jets taking on New England in Foxborough. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the 2nd quarter. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Julio Jones, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the 2nd half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Once again, it's Swift. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third
from the gun. Britt. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Cousins pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Cousins now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Cousins to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Back to the ground, Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
2nd and 11 now. Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 1st and 10, Britt. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
At the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
DeAndre Swift.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Britt's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Operating from the gun. Britt, he's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins will quickly to Thielen here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Cousins over the middle to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the carry, it's Cook.
31-yard line.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Giving 14 on that one and a first down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Dalvin Cook on the carry.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12. And the Lions first down.
From the gun, Britt. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake. Britt. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Dalvin Tomlinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And it is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always the key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
To throw on second down. Britt, now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Woods with a pick.